Learn Japanese Grammar 7これ、それ、あれこれは鬼だ Today's vocabularies ファティマさんです鈴木さんですレナンさんです友達ですパンですパンパン屋です Today we will learn これ、それ、あれどれ、何Fatima san and Renan san. Fatima san is speaker and Renan san is a listener. And Fatima san says, これはパンです。これはパンです。Fatima san has that pan. それはパンです。それはパンです。This pan is a bit far from Fatima san. あれはパンです。あれはパンです。In this case, this is a much far from Fatima san. So here, これ is used something is nearby to speaker. And それ is between a bit far, but not that far.And あれ is used something far away from the speaker. So これ is used something nearby. And それ is between あれ and これ. And あれ is something very far from the speaker.ファティマさんです。She says, これはパンです。これはパンです。It's okay because it's very close. But for Renan san, this pan is not very close to him. So he says, それはパンです。それはパンです。But this pan is far from both Fatima san and Renan san, so they can say あれはパンです。あれはパンです。これは何々ですか？どれですか？これは何々ですか？What is this? どれですか Which one? どれですか Fatima san says これは何ですかこれは何ですかどれですかどれですかこれです。これです。それは焼きそばパンです。それは焼きそばパンです。For パン屋さん、it has a bit distance. And 焼きそばパン、焼きそば means cooked noodles, and 焼きそばパン is cooked noodles inside the bread.The origin of pan. In 16th century, the bread came to Japan. Portuguese people, they brought bread and gun to Japan. So the Portuguese word pau, I cannot pronounce that correctly because I'm Japanese, and of course in 16th century Japanese people were not able to pronounce pao correctly. Anyway, pao 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 pan pan. Pan. So the word Japanese pan, it came from the Portuguese pão. Yeah. Today's vocabularies: oni, oni, 人間、人間、家族、家族、妹、妹。So let's listen.
これは鬼だ。
これは鬼だ。これ means 禰豆子 and she is very close to Tanjiro. Tanjiro. Or 禰豆子 touched the Tanjiro, so they are very close. And Oni, so 禰豆子 is Oni right now. And the is verbal version of this. Let's watch different one.
俺の妹なんだ。禰豆子。それが妹か。
それが妹か。Here, there is distance between Tanjiro and Tomioka-san. And Tanjiro said, これは鬼だ。これ is 禰豆子。これは鬼だ。いや、禰豆子は人間だ。But 禰豆子 is human. 禰豆子 is my sister, he said. And then, Tomioka-san, he said, それが妹か。それが妹か。So, there is a distance, and それ means 禰豆子 in this case. が is something emphasis. それ instead of は。妹 is sister, and か is something shows question mark, but this is not question mark sentence because he doesn't think that is sister because that is demon. So that's why he emphasizes and used the question mark sentence. And we can imagine there is he omitted this. それが妹か。Let's get back to our role plays. コンビニ。コンビニ。いらっしゃいませ。ホットドッグ一つと、これください。これください。ホットドッグとコロッケですね。ホットドッグとコロッケですね。いやー、これ唐揚げですね。600円です。スイカで。はい、お願いします。タンタララン。こちらお品物とレシートです。Here, goods and receipt. ありがとうございました。Informal conversation between friends. New vocabularies. Adjective. 甘いです。甘いです。Sweet. おいしいです。おいしいです。うまいです。うまいです。Tasty. And おいしい is a bit polite compared to うまい。Fatima-san says, これ何パン？ これ何パン？鈴木さん replies カレーパン。それはこれは明太フランス French bread with spicy cold roll おいしいで So he says tasty cold roll じゃああれはどれ That looks like a turtle かわいい means cute あれはメロンパンや甘いパンやでうまいで So Fatima san says これ何パンこれ because it is very close and he replies this it's called カレーパンthe curry is inside the bread and she asks それ and this 明太フランス is a bit far from Fatima san それは and Suzuki san replies this is 明太フランス it's French bread with spicy cold roll and おいしいで tasty but Fatima san seems she doesn't like it so cold roll じゃああれ this one is far from Fatima san and Suzuki san but Suzuki san doesn't know which one so he says どれ and Fatima san said that looks like a turtle かわいい cute and Suzuki san said well あれはメロンパンやメロンパン is that looks like a melon 甘いパンやで it's sweet bread うまいで tasty and the letters highlighted in blue it shows Kansai dialect so let's watch again
これは鬼だ俺の妹なんだ禰豆子それが妹か
I hope you get sentences 見てくれてありがとう